Very good evening to everyone. We are here with yet another theoretical and practical session. And today's session is just not about we are looking forward for COVID or normal practice. It's a combo pack or what we say. It's a very particular session to make you understand why, how, and when you should do yoga. So today with us we have Asta Sharma, and she have completed her masters from Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Sastha in yoga therapy, and she has also completed her BSc from the University of Patanjali, and she is well versed in naturopathy, Ayurveda, diet, anatomy, and she have experienced a practical version of yoga from yoga therapy school of SVSI in Arogyadhama, where she worked in all the sections which they have given neuro, pulmonology, and etc. So here I welcome you on this platform. We can have our session, which we are waiting from the long time, and we can make people to do such kind of sessions every day, and they can connect to you for these kind of sessions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhavit. Namaste to everyone. I hope you and your family are safe and healthy. So I just want to give you a small introduction of myself. Then we'll start the session. So I'm a certified yoga instructor from Ayush Ministry of Ayush Mantralaya. I have just completed. Bhavit told you about my graduation and post graduation. I don't want to repeat it. So I am well versed with the practical and theoretical knowledge. I'm having virtual experiences of taking yoga classes. So today we are dealing with the sections, the main four sections, as the main four diseases and disorders. The first one is cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular. The simple meaning of cardiovascular is related to our heart disorders. And the second one is respiratory disease. Respiratory is related to our lungs disorder and our windpipe. And the third one is diabetes, which is very common and very most often it's like everybody in the India is very common disease. So it is related to sugar, insulin, and pancreas. And the fourth one is back pain and neck pain. Okay, then we'll start with the session. You can take your mat and you can sit and you can comfortably start. We'll start with the starting mantra. You can join your both the palms. Your back should be erect. Eyes should be closed. Normal inhale and exhale. Do not manipulate your breath. There should be slow and calm. Om Sehna Bhavatu Sehno Bhunaktu Sah Viryan Karvavahe Tejas Dinamahitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently close your eyes. Adopt Gyan Mudra in your both the palms. Gyan Mudra means you can join your thumb and your index finger together. All the three fingers should be open. You can keep it in your knees, up to your knees. Slowly, gently, you can open your eyes. Now, while exhaling, slowly take your neck in the back. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. This is up and down movement. The second movement would be right and left. Slowly while exhaling, bend your neck. Do not lift up your shoulders. While inhaling, slowly bring it. Exhale, bend towards left. While inhaling, bring it between. Now we go with twisting practice of neck. Slowly while exhaling, bend towards right at the back. While inhaling, forward. Your back should be erect. Your all focus should be in inhalation and exhalation. Exhale, look towards left, back. Slowly inhale, look at the front. Now we'll go with rotational practices of the neck. Slowly inhale, lift up your neck, up, while exhaling, slowly down. Now we'll go with anti-clockwise. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Just remember one point. While inhaling, you have to lift up your neck. While exhaling, down. This practice is very beneficial for spondylitis, the people who are having migraine, or else they want to improve their concentration, awareness, they can do this practice as a regular basis. Okay. Now we'll go with our shoulder practices. Simply just raise your hand sideways, palm facing downwards, while inhaling, palm facing upwards. Slowly inhale, join your both the palms, adopt Namaskara Mudra. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. The next practice, keep your both the hands in front of your chest region, palm facing each other. This is breathing practice and it can be called as a exercise also. Inhale, expand your both the hands. Exhale, slowly release. The people who are asthmatic or else they want to increase their lungs capacity, they can do this practice. Exhale, release. This is very good for COVID-19. Inhale, expand, and exhale, slowly bring it in the front. Release your hands, relax. Keep your hand towards right side. Your elbow should be touching towards your ground. Palm should be touching towards your ground. While inhaling, lift up your opposite hand. Try to bend towards opposite side. Look up as much as you can possible. Look up. Feel the stretch towards your waist region. While inhaling, slowly come in middle. Exhale towards opposite side. Be aware that your elbow should be on your ground. Palm should be on your ground. Inhale, bend. Exhale, come back. Repeat for 5 times. 1, I'm telling you one more time. Exhale, inhale, up, exhale, down. Try to touch your palms and your elbows towards your ground. Exhale, down. Inhale, in middle, slowly release and relax. Make a fist of your palms. It means you can interlock your thumb inside and your 4 fingers should be outside. You can take a fist. Inhale, straighten your hands. You will make a big round circle with the help of your hands. Clockwise, inhale up and exhale down. Your back should be erect. Your hands should be straight. Your focus should be on your hands and your breathing pattern. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Last round, inhale up and exhale down. Now we'll go with anti-clockwise, same practice. Inhale up and exhale down. While lifting up your hands, inhale. While exhaling, slowly drop your hands. Inhale up and exhale down. This is shoulder movements, ball and socket joint movements. It is very good for a person who is having leg pain or has shoulder pain. The shoulder pain is radiating towards your back, so it's very good for them. Now next practice. Once again, lift up your hands. Try to interlock your hands. You will interlock your hands with the help of the finger. Slowly interlock it up. 1, bend towards right, look up. Slowly inhale. While exhaling, bend towards left, look up. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slowly release and relax. Now slowly, your legs should be straight. Sit in Dandasana. Legs straight, back should be erect, hands should be sideways of your body. Sit in Dandasana. Now slowly, Inhale, lift up your both the hands. While exhaling, slowly try to bend towards right. If possible, you can touch your forehead towards the ground. One, touch, exhale, inhale forward. Once again, exhale, left side, inhale forward. I will tell you from the front side. Exhale, right, inhale at the middle, exhale, left. When you will bend towards right, you will exhale. When you come in front, you will inhale. Once again, exhale. If you're having lower back pain, you can. This practice is best for lower and the middle back pain. So it's very good for back issues. Let's do the next practice. Join your both the soles together. This is Bhadrasana. Interlock your both the palms. Slowly try to place your palms in front of your big toes. Back should be red. Neck should be straight. Eyes should be closed. This is Bhadrasana. Slowly exhale, bend forward. Inhale, bend back. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, bend back. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, bend back. This practice is especially for respiratory disorders and cardiovascular disorders. Okay, next practice. Inhale, lift up your hands. Exhale, keep your both the hands back towards your body, look back. Inhale, forward, keep your both the hands at the back, look back. Inhale, up, front, exhale, back side. Slowly release and relax for a while. Now we go for the next practice, that is Vakrasana. Slowly fold your right leg and try to place your right feet beside your left thigh. Hands sidewise. While inhaling, lift up your hand. Then slowly try to keep it backside of your body. While exhaling, slowly while inhaling, once again lift up your hands and try to take a help of your elbow and push your knee. Try to take a help of your elbow and try to push your knee this time. And try to touch your palm with your knee, with your straight leg knee. And slowly twist back and try to look back. This is Vakrasana, best for diabetic patients. Look back, hold for a while. It will give pressure to your pancreatic region, which will help to balance your insulin level as well as your sugar level. Slowly inhale, exhale, and relax. Now we go with opposite leg. Once again, I'm telling you how to do it. Fold your left leg. Try to place your left feet beside your right thigh. Try to place your left feet beside your right thigh. Inhale, lift up your hand. Where the leg is straight, you have to lift that up hand. And slowly try to push your knee with the help of your elbow. You will inhale, you will lift up your hands, and slowly you will try to push your knee with the help of your elbow. You will push it, as much as you can push it. Slowly try to push it. Enjoy the practice. Slowly try to place your palms on your knee region. Now, this hand should be at the back. Look back. If possible, you can touch your palms with your knees. If not, it's okay, no issue. Look back. There should be gentle smile. Hold for a while. Normal inhalation and exhalation. Slowly inhale. Lift your hands up. Slowly keep it down. Exhale. Release your legs and relax. This asana is very good for the diabetic patients. They always have to do this practice at least for 5 times a day. Hold for few seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Try to increase it as much as you can. Okay. Now we'll go with next practice. Try to sit in Vajrasana. Legs should be straight. Back should be erect. This is Dandasana. Fold your right leg and try to place your right leg and try to place your right feet under your right hip. It means hold your right leg, try to place your right feet under your right hip. Try to fold your left leg and try to place your left feet under your left hip. This is Vajrasana. Back should be erect, straight. Now slowly while inhaling, you will stand on your heels. Inhale, you can simply stand on your knees. We are going for Ushtrasana. In English, it is called as camel posture. You can maintain distance between your both the knees as much as you can. You are comfortable, you can maintain, or else if you are not, you can close your eyes. Now, keep your both the palms on your waist region, finger facing forward, and your thumb should be at the back. While inhaling, slowly bend at the back, bend as much as you can, bend, slowly bend. Normal inhalation and exhalation. Slowly while inhaling, come back. Once again, I'm telling you, inhale, bend as much as you can, bend, inhale, bend, and try to maintain normal breath while slowly while exhaling. Come back. There should be normal inhalation while going back. While coming in, you have to exhale and count. Okay. This is Ushtrasana. And now slowly, if you are very flexible, if you can do this practice, you can, of course, should do this practice. Same. Inhale, slowly lift up your hand. Try to keep your right palm on your right heel. Once again, lift up your left hand. Try to keep your left palm in your left heel. Try to maintain this. There should be normal breath. Slowly exhale and come down. This one is Ushtrasana. This is very beneficial for heart patients because when we bend towards at the back, our blood flow comes towards heart region. It stimulates our heart. All our arteries and veins get the blood pressure, which increases your blood circulation. It makes the blood circulation good towards our heart region. Okay. And this is very good, even it is very good for the respiratory disorders. The people can do this practice, they can of course do. If they want to increase their lungs capacity, or else they are having asthma, bronchitis, if they are able to do, they should do this practice. It will give very benefit to this practice. Now, one thing, we have done backward bending, okay? All our pressure comes to our lower back region. So it can also be good for the lower back patients. Now, simply we have to relax our back. So we'll go for Shashank Asana. It's a relaxation posture. Sit in Vajrasana while exhaling, slowly bend towards forward. Straighten your both the hands. Try to place your forehead on the ground, palm facing on the ground. Slowly, normal inhalation and exhalation, relax for a while. There should be normal inhalation and exhalation. Now slowly come back. Slowly come back and again gently sit. Okay, now slowly you can open your legs. Close your eyes for a while. Close your eyes for a while. Normal inhale and exhale. Feel the changes inside your body. Okay, now we'll go with next practice. That is, simply sit and gently, very slow, just lie on a mat, come in supine posture. Your palm facing upwards, back should be lying on the ground. Slowly, normal inhale. Now the next practice, we go for the Nauka Asana. Nauka Asana. I will tell you the benefit and then we will do the asana. This is very good for the diabetic patient because it stimulates our pancreas region. Let's do the practice, then I will tell you more benefits about this practice. Hand should be straight at the back, leg should be straight, hand should be straight. While inhaling, you will lift up your hands as well as you will lift up your legs. See, one, inhale, exhale, down. Two, inhale, exhale, down. Three, inhale, and exhale, down. Slowly stop the practice. This asana is very beneficial for the people who are suffering from diabetes mellitus. It can be type 1 juvenile or else type 2. Okay? Now next practice, it will help you to maintain the level of your sugar and help to increase your insulin level so that you have to not take insulin from like outside. Okay. Now we go for Pavana Mukta Asana. Pavana Mukta Asana. Fold your right leg. Interlock your both the palms. Interlock your both the fingers with the help of your palms. Keep your hands, your palms on your knee region. While exhaling, bring your thigh towards your abdomen region. While inhaling, slowly release. We'll go with alternative legs. Exhale, push your knee, try to touch your thigh to your abdomen region. While inhaling, release. Be very slow, very calm. Inhale, release, exhale, push. Inhale, release. Exhale, push your knee, as much as you can, and exhale, release. Slowly release. It is also, this practice can be done by back pain and even for the diabetic patients because it will help you to stimulate your back muscles with the help of your hip muscles. And while bending it, while bringing the leg or your thigh towards your abdomen region, it will give stimulation towards your abdomen region. So definitely it will work in a good manner. Okay. Now we'll go with Setu Bandhasana. Next practice is Setu Bandhasana. How to do it? Let's tell you. Keep your both palms sideways to your waist region. Palm facing downwards. Fold your right leg and try to place your right leg near to your hip. Fold your left leg. Now slowly inhale. You will lift up your abdomen first, then your chest first, then you will lift up your hips, abdomen and chest. Inhale, lift up your hips, your abdomen and your chest. Keep your both the palms on the ground, lift up as much as you can lift up. While exhaling slowly down. Inhale, lift up your hips, lift up your abdomen, lift up your chest. While exhaling slowly, down, down and down. This practice is very, very beneficial for cardiovascular patients. They can do this practice in their daily manner. They can lie on the mat or else they can lie on their bed before going to the bed, before going to their sleep. They can continue do this practice for 5 rounds without holding. Now slowly release. Even the back pain also, this practice is very good for back pain. Who is having back pain, they can do it very easily. Okay. Now we are going to the next practice, that is Halasana. If possible, you can do with the help of a wall, or else you can simply do like this. Try to lift up your legs. See, I'm telling you how to do. Ball, Halasana is called as claw posture. Okay? Now see, keep your both the hands on the ground, palm facing downwards. Slowly lift up your leg. With the help of your palms, you will try to lift up your hips. See me once. With the help of my palms, I'm trying to lift up my hips. Lift up, and slowly bend. And slowly bend at the back. Hold. I'm telling you once again. Your legs should be straight up, 90 degree. You will keep your both the palms on your hip region. You will try to lift up with the help of your palms and your elbows. Lift up, lift up, lift up. As much as you can lift up and bend back. And try to hold for a while. Now slowly exhale, 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 exhale. And slowly down. This asana is very good for regulating our full blood pressure. It means it will help you to balance your blood in equalized manner to your every organ, every body part. Now gently close your eyes. Normal inhalation and exhalation. Okay. Now slowly turn towards right. Take your hands up. Pull your right leg and turn towards right. Slowly keep your right hand in front of your chest, left hand up to your head region. Now slowly inhale, lift up your legs up, exhale down. Your legs should be straight. As much as you can lift up, you can lift that much. 1, 2, 3. Then slowly stop the practice. You can go for 10 rounds. You can increase as much as you can practice. Okay. Now same practice, we'll go with opposite side. Same practice, opposite side. Now, opposite side, I'm telling you from the front side. Same practice from the opposite side. Your right hand should be straight up. Left hand in front of your chest region. Inhale, 1. Exhale down. Inhale, 2. Exhale down. Now, slowly turn towards back side. It is prawn posture. Slowly turn towards back side. It is prawn posture. Relax for a while. Relax for a while. Normal inhale and exhale, relax. Now slowly bring your both the legs closer. Hands in sidewise of your chest region. Your palms should be facing downwards and the palm should be sidewise of your chest region. Now slowly inhale, lift up till your navel region. We are doing Bhujanga Asana, that is Cobra posture. Inhale, lift up till your navel region. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Slowly relax in Makasana. Fold your both the hands in front of your chest region. Keep your chin on your palms. Slowly relax. Okay. Now slowly try to come in any sitting posture. We'll go for the standing practice. Now slowly turn your body Slowly, gently try to sit in any comfortable posture as you like. Now, simply we'll go for the standing practices. It will be very simple. You can do this practice. Now, slowly, gently try to come in standing posture. We'll go for Vrikshasana, that is called as a tree posture. It is very beneficial for the people who are suffering from concentration or awareness. It is very good for the heart patient and even for the back pain issues because it stimulates your abdominal and your back muscles. So if you are having back pain, you can simply do this practice. Do not think you can do this practice. Okay, you can do this practice by 2 times. First, you can take a wall support, and the second one you can do by your own. Okay, we'll do the practice. I will tell you first one. I will tell you with the wall support, and then after simply with the wall. Stand near to your wall. Slowly lift up your right leg, and try to place your right leg near to the opposite perineum. It means I'm lifting up my right leg. I will place it to my left perineum region. Your knee should be not in front or not this side. It should be straight towards your shoulder there. Slowly inhale. Lift up your hands. Adopt Namaskara Mudra. You can adopt here also as well as you can adopt here also, as you like. While exhaling, slowly down. Once again, I'm telling you, without wall support, release your legs and relax. Standing Shikil Dandasana, this and standing Shikil Tadasana, it's a relaxation posture. Slowly come in Tadasana, join your both the legs together, hands sidewise. Slowly while inhaling, lift up your opposite leg. It means lift up your left leg. And try to place your left leg beside your right perineum region. Look at one point. Inhale, lift up your hands, palms upwards. Inhale, join your both the palms together. Look at one point. Exhale slowly, relax your hands, release your leg, relax. Eyes should be closed. The people who are suffering from back pain, this practice is good for them. They can do this practice in the morning time or else in the evening time. Now slowly make a distance, 1 meter distance between your both the legs. Make 1 meter distance between your both the legs. Lift up your both the hands sidewise. Inhale, palm facing upwards. Slowly turn your palms. Slowly while exhaling, slowly bend towards right. Bend towards right. Do not lean forward. This should be not the posture. This should be the posture. Body should be permanently straight. Hand should be straight up. Straight up. And your opposite hand, your down hand should be straight, touching your knee or else touching your yoga mat, or else you can hold your calf muscle. Straight up. Normal inhalation, exhalation while you are holding the practice. Now inhale, come in middle. Exhale. Slowly, gently go down. Do not lean forward. Your body should be totally straight. Touch your palm with your calf muscles or else on the knee or ground. Your hand should be permanently straight. Your both the feet facing forward, palm facing forward, normal inhale and exhale. 1, 2, and 3. While inhaling, slowly come back. Release your hands and relax for a while. Relax for a while, eyes should be closed. Normal inhale and exhale. Okay, now gently sit on your mats in any meditative posture as you like. Slowly sit on your mats. in any meditative posture as you like. Back should be straight, erect. Eyes should be closed. Adopt Gyan Mudra in your both hands. Gyan Mudra means join your palm, join your thumb, and join your index finger. Adopt Gyan Mudra. And all the three fingers should be open. Keep your mudra on your knees. Back should be erect, eyes should be closed. Now you inhale and exhale. Inhale the positivity inside your body and exhale all the negative forces which are coming from outside to your body. Inhale the positive vibration and exhale the negative vibration. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just thanks your whole body, thank your whole body. Feel the changes inside your whole body. You should be gratitude towards your body, your each part, your each breath you're taking in. Thanks your guru, thanks your parents. Eyes should be closed, they should not engage. Just feel that you are very much gratitude towards your body and your parents and your God. As you're inhaling, you're taking the energetic vibrations inside, which is going inside and relieving your whole body organs and relieving your mind. As you're exhaling all the negative vibrations, all the negative forces. Just please. Thanks your all body part. Be grateful to them. Now, slowly take your awareness towards your Agnya Chakra, which is in the middle of your eyebrow. This is Agnya Chakra. It is middle in eyebrow, your eyebrows. That one between point is an Agnya Chakra. Try to concentrate over there. There is red color dot. Try to look that dot. Your imagination should be so strong that it can give you energy. Your imagination should be so strong that it can give you energy. That Agnya Chakra is red colored dot that is giving you energy to your body, to every organ, and you're healing your body. Now slowly and gently, you can rub your palms. You can place your palms on your shoulders, on your elbows, on your arms, on your heart region, on your abdominal region, on your thigh region, on your knee region, on your feet. Now once again rub the palms. Reduce heat. Slowly try to heal yourself with your palms. Keep your palms on your shoulders, on your neck region, on your head region. Try to give the energy. Slowly keep towards your forehead and your face region. Slowly, gently relax and release. By blinking open your eyes, we'll go for a simple technique, that is tapping technique. Tapping technique. We will tap to our body. It will help you to your blood circulation will increase because right now we have done yoga, so it will help our blood circulation to increase and it will flow to all our body parts. So it's very beneficial if you want to glow, if you want very good skin, you can do this practice. Let's see this practice, how to do this. One, we'll tap. We'll tap, be happy and tap your all body part. There should be gentle smile on face, tap your whole body part. Feel relaxed, tap, tap, tap. Gentle smile on face, tap your whole body, tap it, tap it. Slowly relax and release. There should be gentle smile on the face. You can open your eyes and relax your body. Gentle smile. Feel the positive vibrations on your surrounding, on your body. Thank you. I hope you all like my session. It will be beneficial for you all. So I am available in every online platform. Like in YouTube, you can go to my channel, Yoga with Astha Sharma. Yoga with Astha Sharma. It's my YouTube channel. You can go through there. You will get all the details about my Instagram page, about my Facebook page. You will get all the details and you can simply generally contact over there. And I'm telling you my email ID. If you are interested, you can write over there. You can write and you can contact me. My email ID is Sharma Astha, SHARMAASTHA 783@gmail.com. Bhavit, kindly help me to give this. And you can take my phone number also. It's my professional number. You can take it. I'm just repeating my number one more. Once again, 170000 70000 This is my contact number. Okay, you can contact me either if you have to ask your queries or if you want your personal classes, I can give you personal class. Even I take a virtual yoga classes as my personal classes, so you can join me over there. So I'm dealing with all the therapeutic yoga which is related to the diseases, disorders, where people are having different diseases like neurological diseases, cardiovascular diseases, bipolar disorders, neurological disorders, and back pain issues, and rheumatoid disorders. So I deal with all that diseases. You can contact me, and all I am available for you. So thank you very much. If you want any information, you can go through this. Own your growth and Bhavit will give you the information. Thank you so much for this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And just I want to add two more points to what you have said. I'm really fond of what she have taught in just 45 minutes. And I
Okay.
hope every individual, those who are watching or not watching, if anybody who will inform you there is such session which is taken by Astha Sharma, I will ask you to watch, follow her, to attend only one session, personal session of her. You will get to know how energized you will be and how effective the session will be. And
Thank
second
you
point
so
would be the process of taking classes. It is very interactive because classes are available so much in online. You will go, you just type yoga in Google, thousands, lakhs of search come. But the kind of interaction, the kind of things what you have managed with therapeutic yoga, which is very rare to find. And I thank for myself to approach you and thank for my team to approaching you for this session, which was very good. And thank you so much to come on our platform. And I hope we will connect with you for different kind of sessions, not the same, but different kind of session. If response of this session, which will be very good, I hope, and we'll see. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bhavit. Kindly deal my information. Kindly, you can give, if possible, you can give my information to the people. It would be very
Sure, definitely. Every day.
Thank you so much, Bhavi. Thank you.